Hey everybody, Anthony Cosenza here with Casabell Realty Group and bringing you the first real estate market update and a lot of different updates. The first one of the month of March in 2022. There's been a lot going on this year, but we're starting to kind of see a little bit of in general, in one aspect that's been kind of ruling things for the past couple of years. We are starting to see a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel there in terms of the COVID pandemic and whatnot. Looks like based on some things that are happening in the professional sports world and whatnot, that things are, and then of course just cases and whatnot, things are starting to look a little bit more bright on that end of things. But there are also some good news and some different things to talk about as well on the real estate side of the market, based on the world landscape, based on a lot of different things going on here in California and Orange County, across the nation, and of course, like I said, across the world. Quite a bit of news headlines that are noteworthy right now. Again, I'm Anthony Cosenza with Casabell Realty Group. I am a realtor with that brokerage, and for all of your real estate information, questions, needs, if you need to be connected with an industry professional, be it on the mortgage side of things, home improvement specialist, what have you, we have all kinds of different references and whatnot that we can forward you and get to you that you can utilize as we work with you as your trusted real estate brokerage. You can go to CasabellRealtyGroup.com for more information. There's some contact information on the intro and outro videos. On this specific video cast here, you can see the contact information that we have there. So please reach out to us with any questions. All right. As we usually do, we like to give a lot of different things on the market update. We've actually got a couple of additions, including a sneak peek at a listing that we have coming up as a brokerage that we want to show you. And of course, we'll talk about a couple of things in the community as we usually do. So without further ado, here is the market information for the first time in the month of March of 22. Okay, so where do we want to start here? We've got a lot of information to get to here. Basically, we've got some affordability, some good news, bad news on affordability and rents in terms of home buyers and whatnot. I'll get to that. We've got our usual video inventory update that we will share with you, and of course, we've got some mortgage information, interest rate information, and whatnot from a trusted professional and Kevin Buddy of Monarch Coast Financial. So let's start with some information that the California Association of Realtors brought out. And this is a graphic I will share with all of you here. This is the quarter four California affordability, housing affordability index, quarter four of 21. So it's gauging the last quarter of last year, which is just a couple of months in the rearview mirror here, though. But the housing affordability index, if you look at that, 25% of California households could afford to purchase a median priced home. You can see that, and that has dropped since by about 2% since quarter four of 2020. And what is that median price in terms of the state of California? Just a tick under 800,000, 797,470 to be exact. And year over year, or year to year, a plus 11.7% growth. So quarter four of 2020 was down at 713,660, just under 715,000 for the median home price in the state. And now we're just under 800,000. So quite a bit of growth in just a year's time. So, and then of course it takes what is gathered here is just under $148,000 of combined household income minimum required to make monthly payments of $3,700 at a 30-year fixed rate mortgage of 3.28. Again, that's kind of the average. They've used the law of averages here in a lot of this stuff. And that is a jump of about $19,200, just under $20,000, $128,800 in quarter four of 2020, and $148,000 in quarter four of 21. So a little bit of good news, bad news on this front. Good news is you still see that low mortgage rate of 3.28%. The good news is if you have purchased either within the last year or well before that, you have gained even more equity in your home. And it could be, once again, a very, very good time for you to think about selling based on, again, if you go down to this graphic here, we're talking just under 715,000 to just under 800,000 in terms of median priced home in the state of California in a year's time, a growth of 11.7% year over year throughout the state. And that's even higher for Orange County in general. So that's something to keep in mind. And 25% of all California households could afford to purchase a median priced home. Obviously, that number is a bit low, and it takes 150,000 basically at minimum of combined household income required to make monthly payments of $3,700, 30-year fixed rate mortgage of 3.28%. So some good news, bad news, but interesting data put forth by the California Association of Realtors nonetheless for quarter 4 of 21 in the California Housing Affordability Index. Now, while buyers may sit there and say that's quite a bit of daunting news as we look to enter the market, again, I want to point to those interest rates that still are pretty low. And I want to point to this, which just came out. And the blog post is on CasabelRealtyGroup.com. You see the embedded YouTube video here. This is courtesy of the Newport Beach Chamber of Commerce and their 2022 Economic and Financial Forecast Financial Update. It's a little over an hour presentation by Christopher Schwartz, who is a faculty member and chair in UC Irvine's Paul Merage School of Business, a very well-respected member of the community and the financial economic forecast community. He has been doing these for the Newport Beach Chamber, the Greater Irvine Chamber, and a number of other institutions in the area for a number of years now. But this is a blog post that we kind of got one portion of his presentation, and there's a lot of great information in there. But what he notes does Chris Schwartz, saying that the forecast predicts inflation that is continuing to be a problem, which sits at about 7% right now. It will continue to affect rent rates. And so what does that mean here specifically? You can see here, quote, "What is the Fed going to try and do and combat this inflation?" He asked rhetorically to the viewers. Quote, "The next problem for the Fed is that inflation is going to start showing up in rents. Rents are up 13 to 15% from the summer of 2020 and is 40% of the consumer price index." So you see here 13 to 15%. They are up basically from just under 2 years ago. And so inflation is greatly affecting rent rates as well. So when you look at the past slide that I showed you and the past graphic that I showed you in terms of what is going on in the housing market and how prices continue to rise year over year, so are rents by significant amounts. So it's not, when you're saying, well, we're going to wait it out and maybe rent for a while and see what happens. While that may be a viable short-term solution, there still really isn't much relief there based on the growth and of rent rates in the area and in the state of California. So I also want to urge you to go back and look at one of our previous videos where we talked about, and we did kind of a little exercise where we talked about how, renting a house in Orange County based on Adam Research data, renting a comparable sized house in terms of beds, bath, square footage, area, all that, how it's actually comparable to a monthly mortgage payment. Your monthly rent payment is comparable to a monthly mortgage payment based on where mortgage rates are, et cetera. And that research by Adam data shows that most U.S. markets, it's more affordable to own a home than it is to rent one. That's not necessarily the case in Orange County, but it's kind of based on the exercise we did using a mortgage calculator, using MLS data. A lot of times it's a wash or it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So if you have more questions on that, definitely hit us up and let us know how we can answer this for you. And of course, we've got the entire blog post up on CasaBellRealtyGroup.com. And we do want to urge you to go to the Newport Chamber of Commerce's YouTube channel and check out their 2022 economic and financial forecast for you. That is a great listen and watch. There's a PowerPoint presentation that is also within that with a lot of slides of information. So definitely go check out all of that, whether it's the brief version on our website, CasaBellRealtyGroup.com, or through the Newport Chamber. And we appreciate them throwing such a great event with a lot of information. All right, let's cruise on based on us talking about some of the interest rates and whatnot. Let's cruise on to the mortgage update, courtesy of Kevin Buddy from Monarch Coast Financial, one of the most well-respected and well-known mortgage professionals in the Southern California area. Of course, does a lot of different things throughout the state and through the area, refinance, purchase, all kinds of different things. And just to be a source of information, if you're kind of confused on what's going on in the market, he is more than welcome to answer your questions. We have worked with him for a long time. Like I said, a very well-respected member of the community and in the mortgage industry. Kevin Buddy, president of Monarch Coast Financial. You can see here, phone number 949-422-2075. The email address, kbudde@monarchcoastfinancial.com. And what he has passed along in conjunction with that California Affordability Housing Affordability Index, and of course, what I just shared with you on the economic forecast. He passed along these great nuggets of information, and we appreciate him. CAR, the California Association of Realtors, reported that the California housing market remained strong in January despite slightly rising interest rates. Existing single-family home sales were up 3.4% from December and down 8.3% from January of 21 a year ago. So they were up from December of 21. As expected, December is a little bit of a slow month in terms of, people wrapping things up for the end of the year and whatnot, but they are down 8.3% from January of 21, noting that inventory shortage. The median home price, I showed you the median home price in California was just under 800,000 throughout the state. The median home price was just under 1.2 million in Orange County. So 1.195, which is 1.1% up from December and up 23.1% year over year. So quite a bit of a jump there. The inventory of unsold existing homes fell to an all-time new low of 860,000, which is equivalent to 1.6 months of the monthly sales pace, also an all-time low. Freddie Mac reports the mortgage rates have increased more than a full percent over the last 6 months. The report said as we enter the spring buying the spring home buying season with higher mortgage rates and continued low inventory, to expect home price growth to remain firm. So again, a little bit of some good news, bad news on the home buyer front for folks, and increased more than a full percent over the last 6 months. That obviously is in combating inflation. Still, though, when you're talking more than a full percent, we're talking about interest rates that were in the mid to low twos that are now in the mid to low to mid threes. So there's still great rates out there. And there are folks, even if you're not looking to purchase, you just need to refinance, get out of a loan that has a rate that's a little bit above that, do so. And let Kevin Buddy help you with that. And of course, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage average is now 3.89%. The 15-year fixed, this is national, 15-year fixed rate mortgage average 3.14%. So you can see a little bit of a fluctuation and a bit of an increase from when we've been doing these market update videos. But thank you to Kevin for all of that great information that he has relayed. And we were able to piggyback off of the information that we also supplied. Again, Kevin is the president of Monarch Coast Financial and one of the most well-respected mortgage industry professionals in the Southern California area. 949-422-2075, and the email address kbudde@monarchcoastfinancial.com. A great contact to have as you look to buy, refinance, or just get some information, keep him in mind and keep Monarch Coast Financial in mind. All right, now we're going to continue on here with the MLS inventory update. So we will get that as we usually do for you. This is as of this morning, March 4th. So there might be, as more things happen throughout the day here, there might be a little bit more of a slight uptick of numbers, but this was as of early March 4th in the morning. Coming soon, 181 in Orange County, 133 of those from March 4th to March 13th. Active, 1,405, 286 of those from the beginning of the week until the end of the week, which was 228 to March 4th. Active under contract, 1,241, 243 of those from the beginning of the week till the end of the week, February 28th to March 4th. Pending, similar kind of status to active under contract, 1,399, 148 of those from the beginning of the week till the end of this week, February 28th to March 4th, and closed 373 since the beginning of the week. So again, not a ton out on the market, a slight uptick from the past month, a couple months of the late months of 21, and some others going out there a lot under contract. Things are moving fast, as we continue to say, and more have been closed since the beginning of the week. So this, again, there's some coming soon. The majority of them are coming in the next week and a half or so. So keep your eye basically over the next couple of weekends. So keep your eye out for those. And like I said, there's some others going on in active under contract, pending, etc. So that is your Orange County MLS real estate market update. Keep that in mind. Keep that in your back pocket. And if you have questions on what's available, what may be coming soon, and in what area, definitely let us know. Contact us and get in touch with us at CasaBellRealtyGroup.com, or the contact information that you see at the beginning of this video, the end of this video, etc. Speaking of what may be coming soon, we've got a little bit of a sneak peek for you we're not going to divulge a ton of information on it because it's still a little bit away in terms of, a couple weeks away until this hits the market. But we do have a little bit of an out of area listing coming up. And this is a little bit of a sneak peek here as we note here in the Shadow Hills community in the city of Indio. And you can see the front of this nice, beautiful home, 1-story, great amenities in the Shadow Hills community, golf club, pools, all kinds of different amenities for folks to enjoy. A wonderful 1-story, just under 1,300 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath, a great backyard. And again, it is in a golf community, a security gated community in the city of Indio, and should be a very, very hot property. This is a great opportunity for either someone who is looking to downsize and maybe either move out of an area, move into the bustling and growing desert community area if they want to go over there, or it's a great investment opportunity for some folks. They do allow short-term rentals in this as well. So if you are looking at an investment property, this could be a great opportunity for you. And of course, this house is in immaculate shape. You will not be needing to do any work really at all to this house. It is move-in ready. It is ready to go. So, it's a really, really well-kept house. Beautiful in the Shadow Hills community in the city of Indio. Should be coming up here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll give you more details as they come. But we are excited about this one. And like I said, this is a great opportunity for either someone to get into the desert community if they've been keeping an eye on that great market, or if you're looking at an investment opportunity, whether it's for a short-term investment property, a long-term renter investment property, this could be a great opportunity for you. Get in touch with us if you want a few more details. But again, 2-bed, 2-bath coming in the Shadow Hills community in the city of Indio. All right. Well, let's close up with the community corner here. We've got some happenings in the community And they're not really events. Sometimes we do this where we talk about, charitable endeavors, business endeavors, events, all that kind of stuff. And that's not really what this week's about. There's one event that we'll talk about, but it's also a little bit about highlighting businesses and all that, but it's a little bit different. You'll see why here. We'll get to it right now. So we shared on our social media platform and other platforms that we are pleased to be a sponsor of San Juan Capistrano Little League team, the Cardinals team, in fact, the T-ball team. So we are pretty excited about that. And I'll just share a quick little photo op of myself and broker Rick Kazenza here. We had a table, being that we were a sponsor of the team there. We had a table with some goodies and waters and giveaways and all kinds of different things. And we met a bunch of people and talked to a bunch of people. So it was a great event, really well attended, and the kiddos got to run around and they got to parade around, hold the banner up, and get their team highlighted and whatnot. So really cool event this past Saturday. That was us out in the community for San Juan Capistrano Little League opening day ceremonies, and games kick off this weekend, this Saturday. So we're excited about that, and go Cardinals. But that was us at opening day ceremonies this past Saturday with a table full of goodies. And if we met you, pleased to meet you. And we were giving out information on all kinds of different things. So hopefully you came by and said hi if you were in the area, and let us know if we can get you more information. All right. Now, on top of that, there is a new, unfortunately, one of the staples of San Juan Capistrano in the Franciscan Plaza, which is Ruby's, that was there for decades, unfortunately closed down between, I don't know the exact date, but I think it was kind of around the COVID era, if I'm not mistaken, the beginning of COVID and just the shutdowns, and it had been there for a long time. Great restaurant, but unfortunately they had to leave that area. They had a great rooftop up here, but what is replacing it, and they're kind of kicking off things in conjunction with Swallows Day of 22, where you can kind of book a special spot there, but they've got a rooftop bar and kitchen coming in San Juan Capistrano, and you can see the views that are coming from that, where you get a view of the Mission, you get a view of partially Verdugo Street and Camino Capistrano and Ortega coming, the back end of Ortega there coming through. So you can see there, but a really nice view. It looks like it's going to be really, really good food. And of course, signature cocktails and whatnot. You can see all kinds of different stuff that they'll be offering here. Drinks and sliders and veggies and, pastas and all kinds of different things. The rooftop kitchen and bar opening very, very soon here in the next week or so in San Juan Capistrano. They have a special thing that you can do where you can book a table for the set to be very busy Swallows Day parade and street fair that's coming next, not this Saturday, tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. And it promises to be a really, really cool spot, and likely a nighttime hangout for quite a few people. Rooftop kitchen and bar in downtown San Juan, replacing where the old Ruby's was up top on the Franciscan Plaza. So you'll get a great view up there. Go check them out. And if you're going to be at the Swallows Day parade, you can definitely go book a seat there. They may or may not take other, kind of standing room only things, but from up there, apparently you get a great view of the parade. You get a great view of a lot of things going on throughout the day from this new location. So pretty exciting. There's been a whole rehab project going down in downtown San Juan Capistrano. They've rebuilt some of the buildings kind of for restaurants and whatnot down there. Some new tenants that are down there. I think another restaurant, Mayfield, is down there that has opened up recently. So they're really kind of doing a lot of different things. Thankfully, the movie theater is slowly starting to open back up as well. So that'll be a destination for a lot of folks. And then, of course, we've highlighted great places like Rancho Capistrano Winery, Trevor's at the Tracks, that are all down there as well. So go support this new business, though. It should be a really, really cool place. The rooftop kitchen and bar in downtown San Juan Capistrano. We're excited to see how that turns out, and the great views up there, along with the great food and drink. That's going to do it. We had a jam-packed episode here between the MLS Orange County market update, the great updates from Kevin Buddy and Marta Coast Financial, the updates from California Association of Realtors and the Housing Affordability Index throughout the state, the information from the 22 economic forecast that came out recently, courtesy of the Newport Beach Chamber, and of course, some things happening in the community. We hope you enjoyed all of that. Again, get in touch with us, whether it's at the contact information that you saw at the beginning or the end of this video, or of course, you can go on CosabelRealtyGroup.com for all of our contact information, ways to reach out to us, our blog now that's up there and running with a lot of different things that you can read about and watch. So definitely go check out all of that. I'm Anthony Cosenza with Casabel Realty Group. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your weekend, and we will be talking to you soon. Take care.